What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So I got enough people commenting, Ron, Yates, please let me know what you think about this Jason Aldean song that is called Try That in a Small Town. And I've been kind of like ignoring these comments because it's not my it's not really my genre of music that I normally listen to. And at first it was just a couple comments. Hey Ron, what do you think about Try That in a Small Town from Jason Aldean? And I'm like, honestly, I didn't have an opinion on it because I didn't listen to the song. Um, but I was kind of like scrolling through YouTube, and in my feed, I don't know if it was you guys making this come up come up in my feed on the YouTube homepage, but I ended up seeing the Jason Aldean Try That in a Small Town YouTube video, and it was the official video. So I was like, all right, since it's a music video, I'll just go ahead and watch it, right? So I ended up watching it. It's like 3 minutes long, and you can see it right here. This is the song Jason Aldean, in case you guys were wondering. And so, I basically watched the whole video, and I wanted to just give you my own personal take on it because I had gotten so many requests and I don't know if it's because I'm black and this is a country song by a white singer, or if it was something else, because basically a lot of people are making this out to be like a racist song. And I think it has to do with the fact that um, where the song or parts of the music video are recorded, there was a pretty um, significant racial incident that took place at this property. And so maybe some of the people who are trying to draw these connections, draw these lines between the song and the incident that happened, like I think it was like 1927 or something like that. Um, but I think, to me, when I listen to the lyrics of the song, I'm not picking up on any kind of racial connotations or anything like that. Um, I'm definitely not picking up on any type of aggression. Um, but basically, if you listen to the lyrics of the song, Jason Aldean's talking about basically some things that are happening in our society right now. Crime, disrespect of law enforcement officers, burning flags, and destruction of property. And so, I mean, in all actuality, like, none of those are good things. So, the basic premise of the content of that particular song, in my opinion, is bringing up current events and stating that Jason Aldean's basically stating that this is not okay and he's not okay with it. And he's saying that if this was to happen in a small town, it wouldn't fly. And he's like, try that in a small town and you find out why. Now, and he's like saying, and he also follows that with basically saying, I don't recommend it. So he's not uh, trying to entice this type of behavior. In fact, it looks like based on my personal take on this, it looks like he's discouraging this type of behavior. And he's also saying that, look at where this is happening. It's happening in the big cities. What big cities is he talking about? Well, I mean, I guess if you look at the history of where these different incidents have been taking place, then those are likely the cities that he's talking about. I mean, big cities, I don't know, New York, Atlanta. I know that there were a lot of big cities, Los Angeles, San Francisco. There were a lot of different cities around the United States over the last 3 years. What was it? Not Kansas City. What's that city in? Oh my God, it starts with an M. Anyway, there are a lot of cities where a lot of civil unrest took place over the last several years, and I'm pretty sure he's talking about those cities. But by and large, I'm not personally taking this as a racist song. And I don't know if it's like liberals saying this. I don't know if it's, Democrats, Republicans. I don't know if there's like a specific political party that is more inclined to have a particular belief on this particular song. But me personally, I'm an independent. So I'm not a Democrat, not a Republican. I really don't believe in subscribing to any particular ideology when it comes to politics, just because I don't agree with any one party 100% on all stances. So why would I ever want to subscribe to something that I don't fully agree with, So me personally, I'm an independent. I can actually back some objectives by some Republicans. I can also back some objectives by some Democrats. But I mean, heck, even me and my wife, we don't agree on every single thing, right? So, I think at the end of the day, you got to go with whoever you feel represents your perspectives and your beliefs as closely as possible in the moment. Because, hey, some years, some politicians are really on point with, what I might believe. But then like 4 years later, they may go astray and I'm like no longer agreeing with their perspective or their approach. Now, try this in a small town. Again, I can't say it's a racist song. And when you watch the music video, the music video itself doesn't show racial scenes. Now, some people said, hey, because he filmed this video in front of this, this building where maybe it was a lynching that took place. I'm not really sure. But evidently, there was some racial situation that took place there. That is why some people are saying that this is a racial song. You'd have to know your history to know that. Clearly, I don't know my history enough to know the exact incident that took place there, but I think it took place in like the 1920s. But again, I'm not taking it as a threat. I don't take it as, like a negative song. And I don't even quite get why so many people have blown this so far out of proportion. Just my own personal take. On this one. But let me know what you guys think. Like, all right, so let me go back a little bit, because there was this guy. He climbed over the. Wait, look. If you look, there's this guy. He climbed over the countertop at a liquor store. So, and he's wearing all black. Is that where people are saying that this is a racial song? I'm trying to skip through, and I'm just kind of like looking at it, like. As I'm skipping through, I don't see it, guys. I don't see it. Like, some people are like freaking out, like, this is bad. This is racial, and some people are like, quote unquote, connecting the dots. And I'm like, man, I don't see it. Like, all right, if I go here, I can see some clips of some intense times in history. But the song itself, to me, doesn't strike me as being racist. Now, am I going to listen to this song? No. It's not, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I don't really necessarily like it. Like, I'm going to go work out and listen to this song. No. It's not my tempo. So, am I going to play it? Probably not. But from the purpose of just trying to analyze what people had a beef with regarding it, I don't see anything wrong. What's this one here? So let me see. I just saw something. Okay, so look, they're like just destroying property, destroying businesses, and this is exactly what we talked about during the time where a lot of this was happening. Like people were like destroying businesses, and it's like at the end of the day, it's like that to me was a misguided energy. I get it. There was a lot of wrongs being done and being publicized, especially during the pandemic, right? But to take it out on the businesses to me made very little sense. In fact, I think it made no sense at all. And I personally, I feel that, of course, I would grab one that's not even cold, right? Let me grab one for the back. All right. So, yeah, there were a lot of wrongs being done. People were saying all sorts of different things like defund the police and stuff like that. But to take it out on the businesses, it's like, look, a lot of people work at these businesses, small businesses, entrepreneurs. These are, like your neighbor could be a small business owner. Your mom, your uncle, your grandfather, your grandmother, your cousin, your best friend could be a business owner. So why destroy a Starbucks or a CVS or a mom and pop barber shop? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like why would you want to go after those businesses that are literally they're just trying to feed their families, and they have nothing to do with these injustices, in my opinion. And from what I was seeing, it just seemed like it was a people wanted an outlet to express their anger and their feelings, but that was the wrong place to do it. It doesn't make any sense. And then, not to mention, think about, for every small business that there is, whether it's a small business, a medium-sized business, a large business, S&P 500 level business, these businesses, the objective of these businesses is to generate a profit. And they can't generate a profit when they're on fire. These businesses can't generate profits if they're being attacked by, the locals. And at the end of the day, if you feel like you're being unfairly treated, if, if someone, if you saw evidence that like the police department was mistreating people, like I don't understand how where the connection comes from to go after the businesses, like to go after small businesses. To me, I see that as an excuse to loot, an excuse to cause harm and damage to me, like innocent bystanders. Like what the heck do these shops have to do with law enforcement officers, you know, being aggressive against any particular individual? Like I don't understand like why you would take your emotions out on the businesses. And then on top of that, it's like, think about how many jobs and how much employment is actually supported by these businesses that are being, attacked. So, it just doesn't make any sense from a financial standpoint. And then the long-term impact is that that community doesn't have that business to serve them. That entrepreneur or business owner, their income is going to be directly impacted. And so it ends up harming so many different people, and it, at the end of the day, doesn't address the problem. It's also going to negatively impact property values. Think about all the different homes and the real estate prices and the real estate values in the surrounding areas where, where people live. All of these people's home values have declined. And is it a long-term effect? Is it a short-term effect? I mean, it really depends, because some of these communities, they have never recovered. Some will recover, but some will have a very delayed recovery. So, that has a huge impact on so many different people that had nothing to do with the problem. So, and, all it does is, beyond being a wealth destroying activity, all it does is it further weakens the community. And when you look at the people doing it, it creates this connotation about the people who are caught on camera doing these different things. So at the end of the day, um, I think that there are much smarter ways to go about addressing systemic issues and civil injustices. But as far as this particular song, sorry guys, that's my take. I don't see why people are losing their so to speak. So let me know what you guys think. If you made it this far in the video, drop a quick like, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.